God, I look like I've been out of a battle. Puppy teeth.
Here they come.
And it just notified me you're going live. So
It what?
I said it just notified me you're going live.
Oh,
All right. Well,
great. Let me know who's in here, please. I hope it's you, Lillian, too.
you guys are all set. I'm gonna get.
Hey, we're going to get started, and the ones that show up, show up. We got to organize ourselves a little better before we can be professional with this. Oh, she fell off, too.
Oh, it does that sometimes.
You go. I'll be fine. We're going to do it right here.
All right.
Thank you, my friend.
We'll go through this
Echo's
again.
going
You
to
gonna
escort you out. You going to escort her out?
All right, guys. Have fun.
Okay, we're going to. Are you back, Lillian? I think we're just going to get started. I wish I could see your face and we could talk, across the screen. That would be so wonderful. What do you know about the ascension process, or who you are, or why you're here? I'm just going to start talking and tell you what I have learned, why I'm here, and why the majority of all of us are here. There might be a slight difference in the story of the soul, but what we are souls, and we've taken a journey, and we've chosen to come here to Earth, to the planet, and play, if you want. It's not much fun right now, but be part of the project here. We decided to come in, and we're evolving. You choose to come in, you choose your mom, your dad. Everything's a choice. It's fascinating. And many lifetimes we come in and we study to learn the different things, the things you can't learn. In the world that we come from is pure love. And that's what we're working to go back to. We have created so many negative things that the frequency of the planet has shrunk to the point that if we don't start bringing the frequency back up, then we'll implode. So that's what we do with the ascension process. The ascension, it just means to ascend. That means bring that frequency back up. Am I making sense? I got to find my notes, and then I'll make a little more sense. Everything has a frequency. Both our bodies and the earth, everything has a frequency. And online, there is a site called the Schumann Resonancy. And you can go to the Schumann Resonancy daily if you wanted and find out. Right now, today, the earth is a 7.83 is the frequency. And you can watch that move up and down. What causes the movement is the healing. The more positive thoughts, actions, behaviors, the more positive we live in, the higher the frequency goes. We're actually going to take the frequency of the planet, now get this, to the frequency of love on that little chart I showed you. I have one here. Wish I could get you one. Where's one that shows it easier for her to see? You can see on here that the frequency of love is 500. The goal for the ascension is 523. We're going to live on the most loving planet and return more to who we really are. But to do that, we have to heal all that we've brought down in frequency. We ascend, what means we bring our frequencies back up to where we can live with them. Because you have to admit, we're on the point of imploding if we don't do this. We cannot continue, the world cannot continue to live unless we heal. So you have to understand, what does heal mean? What do I heal? Do I heal my dog, my cat? What do I heal? Well, anything negative would need to be healed. When you're injured or traumatized, human beings store that in their body. We store those energies in different places of our body. Lillian, do you know any of this? You got wow on there. Thank you, I think. Do you know any of these things about ascension or about raising frequencies, or are you versed on any of that? It's one way or the other, it's okay. Okay. And there's 1,000 websites at least that will fill in the blanks that I leave for you. And if you need to find some of them, just search for what is ascension. Why is the earth ascending? The one, if you want to watch it, is a Schumann frequency. If you can go in every day and see how much the frequency have changed. It doesn't change a lot right now, but that's going to change because we have to bring it up. All fresh news. Well, it's what's happening, and you can believe it or not believe it, but that doesn't change it, boy. I'm so excited for people to wake up, because then we can make a huge difference collectively in how we think and what affects the frequency of the planet. Every organ in your body vibrates to a different number. Every organ in our body has a frequency. Cumulative, our body's frequency, but every organ, every part of the body has its own frequency. I believe if they measure the frequency of the body, death is a 25. And I find that fascinating, because if you're walking around with shame in your body, feeling shameful, your frequency, you've pulled your frequency down to a 20. Guilt vibrates at a 30. Grief vibrates at a 75. A healthy body should be about, I think it's 119. Yeah, kind of fascinating. And then I can talk all day, and I don't know what the best way for you to learn about it. We don't need to know. We don't need to be the experts exactly, but people need to know that every time you think a negative thought, you affect everything. All the negative thoughts, all the negative energies across the planet are affected. Each of us individually is affecting this. Forgiveness, yes. What do we accomplish by not forgiving? If our goal in life is to accomplish positive or love or bring the frequency up, what good do we do? What good does not forgiving do for anyone? It's a waste of time, and it's a waste of your life and your health. As you bring your frequencies down, you encounter more physical illnesses. I had to learn all this too. Spirit woke me up. That's what this is called, this wake up time. Woke me up in the 1960, I don't know what year was it, 77. And I started experiencing spirit. I started hearing voices and seeing things. And I went through the fear stage, and then finally just thought, this is cool, and started to learn on a positive level. And I've been a student of spirit ever since. Gratefully so. I still live my life. Forgiveness would be a positive. Let's see, does forgiveness get labeled here? Courage is 200. when you experience joy, you're actually vibrating and loaning the planet about 540 megabytes. It's kind of, I don't understand all of the why things, how the body, because the body has a lot lower numbers, but it all contributes. Does that make sense? That didn't make sense. It did to me, but that doesn't mean anything. Desire is 125, anger is 150. The goal is to get up to two something for a healthy body, and that means you're putting out all the positive frequency. What do they call that? It vibrates. You're vibrating at a very positive level. But if you can find this, and it's on all the sites. It's called the Omega. Let's see, it's Omega Ultimate Consciousness. There's many sites that have this little picture, and I keep it hanging around so that I can help keep my body healthier. I carried a whole lot of negatives. There are a lot of healers around who can teach you how to release those negative energies from the body. When you're a child, you get slapped or spanked or anything negative. You have memory of that stored in your subconscious, which is the cells of your body. And that is affecting your decisions and everything about your life. So how am I doing? Be sure and write any questions, because I'm going to talk a little while and then we're going to go through. In fact, let's do it now. Let's answer some questions if we can. Just ask away, girl. You know, one of the things that I found quite interesting in my research of the human and what we're doing here, we choose what we're going to come in and learn. That karmic scale is rather interesting, how we create positive karma or negative karma. We want to create as much positive as we can so that it boosts us up our next life. But there's no more karma. We're not creating any more karma. We're at the end of this karmic wheel. This one is over and we're coming to an end with it, and we're going to move the frequencies back up. Do you have any questions, Lillian? I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about this. I've never really had the opportunity to put it together in some kind of form, even though I've worked with it for 30 years. Oh yeah, I'm open to it. That's what I'm here. I'm using you as a opportunity to learn how to talk about this. Sometimes I get to the point that I'm talking things nobody really understands, because I've listened to it for so long it comes out higher. But anyway, where were we? The body and the frequencies. Everything has a frequency. Does pretending to be happy lower your frequency? Sure. You're not happy if that's what you're doing. But what people need to know is that this can be healed. We have several people in our group, and we've worked together for quite a few years. We have several people in the group that have learned perfection in helping people release the things that make them unhappy. What would you call your happiness? What I can feel through here like you feel empty, is that correct? Yeah, you've had a hurt there. You know, it kind of boils down to the only person we can change or make a difference on is ourselves. The only person we can heal is ourselves. You can hand somebody a tool, but that doesn't mean they're going to build their house. Good. You're becoming the powerful, powerful being you really are. You are a very powerful soul, a very powerful being. And it's time to live it. You don't need anybody to make your world right. In fact, that almost interferes in today, what's going on today. This is the ascension that we're living through and experiencing. This is part of the process of ascending, of bringing our frequency back up to the frequency of love. Love vibrates at 500. And our goal in this ascension is 523. And what really blew my mind when I learned all this was that we've done this many times. Our souls on different planets or different places, we all come from someplace other than Earth. But this has been our project, coming in over and over, being human here on the Earth, learning not only for us, but for the Earth. Yeah. And you say you've chosen to let go of your expectations. That's a major healing prospect. Expect to be human. The rest of it, you'll figure it out. Just expect to be human, make mistakes, be perfect, be a lot of things. That in itself will bring your frequency back up. There's a gauge on one of the Omega sites about the gauge that kind of helps you determine where your frequency is. I wish they had a really good one. I understand that a couple of the men that are very prominent leaders in frequency knowledge have made actually a gauge that they can, I'm not sure how they do it, but it actually tells people what your frequency is. Oh, I love that. And it's amazing just how much you can learn from the internet, how many websites there are of people that have researched this, and they all have a great amount of knowledge to share. But like everything, we have to realize what's going on around us before you know how you want to live it. And let me tell you, this is big stuff going on around us. This is going to bring the frequency. It's our choice. We can bring the frequency down or we can take the frequency up. It just depends what your mission is. But when you came in, you said to God, we'll say you said to God, well, I want to be female this life. And I want that woman for my mother and that one for my father because we have a karmic debt we need to work out. we actually pick the path we're going to walk and the souls we're going to walk it with. And I know there's millions of people who laugh in my face and argue with it. And that's fine. They have to believe what they have to believe. But for me, I know that's the truth. I was shown myself doing it and others. And that way you don't blame anybody for anything because, well, I wanted to come here. Lillian, what kind of questions would you have? The way we're ascending to bring the frequency back up is to healing that which is not healed. We've got a lot of issues about healing, just healing ourselves. Some of it's stored in the body, some of it's stored in our brain. But the issues we have, we need to work on and heal. Oh my God, yes. That's why we're on the verge of implode. Every person individually. And you might think I'm not big enough on this planet to have an effect. That's not right. Everyone has an effect in the total. It's like adding drops of water to a glass. Each drop is part of the whole, and each of us is part of the completeness, the whole, the entire thing. We're talking ascension here. Welcome. Hi, Susie. We had a little how do we spread this message? You know, the universe has devised a situation for this. They told me 40 years ago, it was more than 40, 1977, I was actually sitting in the bathtub and whoa, pay attention, I got. And they had me open my hands and look in my hands. And when you're in the bathtub, you don't have anything in there but water, but they had me look in my hands. And when I looked in my hands, lo and behold, they were full of tools. Tools for mowing, just tools, all kinds of tools. And I asked, what's that for? And I was told, you will teach tools for healing your life. Healing your life. I'll get it out. You will teach tools for healing the life. And people who are skeptical, because usually that skepticism turns to terror and fear, and you don't have to do that. We've been given the gifts to get through this and to heal ourselves and to stay in the higher frequency, to stay in the higher light. And if we don't use those gifts, but you know, judgment, fear, hate, those kind of things, we have a choice on. People have to wake up, Lillian. They're going to wake up. But everybody has chosen the path they want to make this happen for them. Hi, welcome. We're talking about ascension here. Would you like to join us? I agree with you, Lillian. But it's very, fear is the worst enemy we can have. And if we pay attention to who we are and what we're doing, we're not going to need fear. But believe me, the side that's trying to take us into the darkness, that's what they want everybody to go into fear. And there's no reason for fear. Instead of fear, we need knowledge. That's all we need. We are the most powerful beings on the planet. Fear is the opposite to hope. And I'm going to perfect my delivery of this truth that I've learned. But I'd appreciate all the help I could get to start having people come and listen to what I have to say. And I can refer you to some awesome healers that'll start helping you eliminate the negativity stored in your body. It's really cool. You actually can experience it or feel it. When as it leaves, you can feel that lift sensation as it leaves your body. Debbie Wise, she's part of our little group. She'll be coming on occasionally. She does, do you know Bradley Nelson's method of emotional code, the emotion code or the body code? You can read on him. She's an expert. She does an excellent job with that. And I can give you her contact information. I need to get her email address. Oh God, yes, for years. Yes, ma'am. It's not gonna, it doesn't happen overnight. It's a process. Keep asking questions. That helps me know where I need to talk on. I designed a childhood for myself that taught me a lot of negative things. And so now I see the gift in that because I've had so many opportunities given to me to learn what is the type of healing that fits me best and what would work for you or what would work for you. Plus, I have a very powerful psychic ability, but I use it only for good and love. And I always tell people this story when they were in the wake up process, waking me up to who I really was. There was a lot more to learn than I was expecting. And I was a smoker at the time. I haven't smoked for lots of years, 30 years, but I was sitting there puffing away because they had taken me on a dream that terrified me. And spirit took me and showed me my past and a lot of things. They were waking me up is what they were doing. Just like my words are hopefully going to help you wake up to the next level. Yeah, this is who I am. I've lived a normal human life, I guess you could say, but not anymore. I'm here to do the job. And right now, that's all I want to do. There's so many of us waking up. But anyway, my guide, Marcus, my wizard, he's dressed as a wizard, came and stood right next to me. And I knew he was there. I couldn't see him physically, but I knew he was there. And he said, would you like me to materialize? And he was going to be as physical as I was for a few seconds. I said, no, I'm afraid I couldn't handle that. I just might wet myself. Anyway, and that was quite an experience. But he's always been around to answer questions. The guides are a very important, powerful tool for us. Actually, whatever year, 3, I think I've been around for 43 years with learning from Spirit is how it goes. Yeah, it's nothing important. Anyway, have you gotten some information here that we can help you get started with your growth on? We have two people that do the emotion code and body code, both Teresa and Debbie. We're just getting this kind of put together. Spirit showing us what will work, what's best for working. And we have that magnificent person called Kelly, the blue unicorn. She's quite awesome. And through her readings, she can help you find the thing, whatever your next step was. When you ask her a question, what is my next step for my healing? How do I prepare for ascension? Make that a topic for a while and you won't want to walk away from it. And is there anybody out there that has a question I can answer? Are you still there, Susie? Yes, she is. Yes, she is best. She's an awesome lady. I am so thrilled to be working with that woman. I'm just thrilled that we're all part of the same team. And everybody has their little specialty, and we can refer our people like you around to whoever you might fit with the best, whatever your need might be. We don't all do the same thing. So how we doing? We got it. Excuse me, I'm reaching for water. Yes, she is. She also paints. She paints, and it's an amazing good. We're kind of hoping she starts doing some very special paintings. She can paint your soul. Spirit has said she does. You'll be hearing more about her painting, I hope. You ever seen a painting that it feels like it's almost lifelike? You can feel the life in the painting. I'm hoping we don't know for sure, but that would be wonderful. She has a talent. Spirit's trying to get her to wake up to. She's one of the most awesome people. But the whole thing that's going on Earth is with all that's happening to Mr. Trump and all of the viciousness and negativity. All of that is part of this ascension process. We've let our frequency drop so low, and now we need to pull it back up, pull the frequencies back up. More love, more truth, more. You're welcome, Lillian, sorry. Well, thank you. But each of us can work on ourselves and just kind of drop hints to others about find the light, find the truth, find the joy, find the happiness, and not participate in negativity. We can all make a difference of the frequency on the earth. We're all accumulating it. Oh, Lillian, you get some rest. What's early? This is early. Lillian, go ahead and sleep if you want. This is a practice run. I've got to perfect this. And I appreciate you allowing me to learn this way on how to share. You get all this stuff inside, but that doesn't mean you know how to bring it out and help people with it. Yeah, I will. That's what Kelly was suggesting too, some videos. She even came and showed me how to make videos. Lillian, go get some rest. We're going to talk about this many times over, and you'll be invited to everyone. Good night, hon. Any ascension questions out there? I'll answer questions about ascension, about what's going on Earth. Mm-hmm. Are you writing those dreams? Be sure and keep track of your dreams. There's a lot of information coming out through the dreams. You might be the mouthpiece for some very, very important information. You never know till you try. For me, the dreams come in a series. They all have a topic, and we'll dream about that a little while, and then we'll switch topics. I haven't had dreams in years, though. Miss them. As long as they're good, I miss them. You dream a lot about the deceased. The only thing that dies is the body. The soul never dies, the spirit. It was interesting. The gentleman that owned my home before he died comes around. He just loves the work I did to the patio. That's awesome. That's the universe communicating with you. Did you learn the sway method? How to sway to communicate with your guides? Did you learn that? Did you come to that when we had a little quick workshop with that, and I showed everybody how to meet their guides? Would you like me to go through it real quick for you? Because you can do it. You have spirit guides, right? You have beings around you, came in with you, and their job has always been to help guide you through this life. we have them every life, but that's what their job is. Are you aware that they're there? And would you like me to show you how to begin to learn to communicate with them? Yeah, your Ammon. Yeah, for Michael. If you get the proper hand learning book, the one to understand what each of our hands is a map of what we came in with and what we are working on. And an expert can really read that. And one of them told me that that big M means that I'm part of Archangel Michael. And I had the most beautiful opportunity to sit with Taryn Michael, who is one of Archangel Michael's. He calls himself an aspect of Archangel Michael. Okay. If you ever want to learn how to meet your guides, let me know. But Taryn Michael taught me a lot of cool things. He taught me about the body. He said, did you know that the body uses whatever the body uses as energy the first day? The second day when you wake up, you will have that plus a little more. It always makes just a little more energy for the next day. I thought that was cool. Not any doctor, anything I ever talked to heard it told me that. Yeah. I thought that was a wow too. He taught me quite a few things. It's been so long ago. It's been about 18, 19 years since he came with the lady who channeled him. They came to my house and she said he wants to talk to you. So we sat for actually 2 days and kept teaching me all this stuff. I've got some of it written down. I need to go find it and remember it because now's a pertinent time to send that out and help people through what we're going through. Just keep healing. Every time you find something negative going through your mind, trace it back, find out where you first learned that, and say, I love you, thank you, I'm done. Sometimes I have to reach like this, pull it away from my chest, the energy, and you can physically feel it leaving your body. Yeah, isn't that cool? Well, I have to go meet someone, ladies and gentlemen, whoever's out there. And I'm going to do that. I want to say thank you for sitting and listening to me. And I hope that I left you with some things that made sense to you. Thank you very much for the afternoon and have a great day. Bye-bye.